Really a wonderful day. This is Nimrod Radio World News. My name is Bimpe Esan Adedeji. We will go through the headlines of the news stories first. The killing of the leader of Hezbollah intensifies battles with Israel. Close to 48 migrants could not be found. 9 were discovered dead, sinking off boat. Oborevwori implored Nigerians not to give up, as tough times do not last. And in sport, Man United 0-3 with Tottenham, Old Trafford. We'll return shortly with the details of the news stories. Now the full news. The killing of the leader of Hezbollah intensifies battles with Israel. According to report, not less than 45 people died and 76 sustained injuries during the airstrikes that were launched into 2 different locations of Lebanon on Sunday, as stated by the Health Ministry of Lebanon. As reported, the statement of the Health Ministry is that not less than 24 people in the southern Lebanon in the village of En Al-Dalb were listed as the dead, while 29 people got injuries through the attack. In Baalbek Amel region in the eastern part of Lebanon, Begar Valley, not less than 21 people died and 47 were left with injuries, as the ministry relayed, according to report. As stated in the report, thousands of the citizens of Lebanon, civilians, were left with no option than to vacate their residence, as the rate at which Israel attacks them was greatly increasing. Their homes were destroyed and the infrastructures serving them were damaged beyond repair. Meanwhile, by report, Ali Kake, a senior member of Hezbollah, was killed, as it was confirmed in the airstrike launched by Israel into southern Beirut. As reported, the group leader, Hassan Nasrallah, died along with Kake, who was a commander of the Hezbollah forces in the southern part. He confronted Israel in 2000 and 2006 wars. According to report, Israel Defense Forces released a statement on Sunday that not less than 20 Hezbollah group members who were highly ranked have died through the airstrikes launched into the Hezbollah underground headquarters in Beirut. As reported, Ibrahim Hussein Jazini, the head of Nasrallah's security unit, the advisor to Nasrallah, Halinaf Ayob, the coordinator of their firepower, were all brought down by Israeli strikes. Meanwhile, Hezbollah is keeping quiet on the identification of its dead members. Close to 48 migrants could not be found. 9 were discovered dead, sinking off boat. As reported, those on rescue mission on Sunday, patrol boats and helicopters were on search for the 49 migrants that were not visible since the boat they boarded sank at a near place to Spanish island of El Hierro. This occurrence is one which has presented itself as the most deadly since about 30 years. Migrants have been crossing from Africa to Canary Islands. According to report, 9 people, including a child, were found dead as their boarded boat went under the water at early hours of Saturday. Emergency and rescue services stated. The rescuers succeeded in taking out 27 out of the 84 migrants traveling to Spanish coast on Saturday. By the search mission was carried out by the 3 patrol boats and 3 helicopters on Sunday, as stated by a Spanish Coast Guard spokesman and as reported. As stated in the report, the migrants were coming from Mali, Mauritania, and Senegal, as the authority of Spain relayed. The rescue exercise was not easy for the wind and for the poor visibility. The burial of the dead migrants was fixed to Monday and Tuesday. Oborevwori implored Nigerians not to give up as tough times do not last. As reported, the governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborevwori, on Sunday passed a timely message on Nigerians to always stand against the tense economic hardship in the country. He mentioned tough times do not stand the test of time. He further said, as reported, this is the season to be more creative, develop new innovations, have a fixed mindset, and exercise much patience as leaders and those being led. According to report, he affirmed a high level of hope that there is going to be a new era for Nigerians to prosper, to be at peace, to be in unity with one another, and progress in every desired way. His speech, as reported, was delivered at an interdenominational service of thanks to God at St. Peter's Cathedral Church at Sabah, in marking the 64th independence anniversary of the country. He praised those that founded the country, which every Nigerian claims as their fatherland. Oborevwori emphasized Nigerians need to be hopeful now, as the hunger and hopelessness are beyond description. In sport, Man United 0-3 with Tottenham Old Trafford. The early score came through Brennan Johnson, and Mickey van de Ven came up with a drive run thereafter in the game. The role United had to play was seemingly a trick when Bruno Fernandes earned a red card. The superiority of the Spurs was an unbeatable one, or true. This testimony, as reported, came via Dejan Kulusevski and Solanke Dominic. The outcome of the game event, according to report, unfolded as a surprise on the Premier League table, pushing Erik ten Hag and his team to the middle base on the list. The manager of the United confronts a lot of questions. One of such is how the side of Ang Postecoglou rose to the 8th position. Before we end Nimrod Radio World News this morning, let's go through the story headlines one more time. The killing of the leader of Hezbollah intensifies battles with Israel. Close to 48 migrants could not be found. 9 were discovered dead, sinking off boat. Oberevwori implored Nigerians not to give up as tough times do not last. And in sport, Man United 0-3 with Tottenham Old Trafford. Thank you for watching Nimrod Radio World News this morning. My name is Bimpe Esan Adedeji. Enjoy the whole of your day.